Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video from Pastor Gaming 196. Today is a really cool one. We're going to be looking at the PlayStation showcase from 2023. So those of you will know that was yesterday in the time that we're filming this now, and there were loads of games that were announced, as well as tech and I believe even a movie. Now we're not going to be covering all of that because the actual event was quite a long event and there was a lot to unpack, a lot of cool stuff going on. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be taking you through all of my personal top picks. What am I excited about this year? What do I think is going to be really fun? What naturally grabs me? And we're just going to be looking at the trailers of them very quickly, and then maybe just a little bit of a roundup of why I'm excited about them, what the game's going to be like, and yeah, we'll go from there. Guys, make sure to let me know, though, what you're excited for. I'm going to miss games in this that were shown in the showcase yesterday, so please let me know what you think I've missed. Let me know if there's something that you're super excited for, but also let me know if there was something that you were disappointed not to have seen on the showcase. I know for me there were two games that I really wanted to see announced, or more of at least at the showcase, that I didn't get to see. So please let me know what you think. It would be awesome to hear from you guys as well. And of course, feel free to disagree with me. If there are any games that you think maybe aren't going to be that good that I've picked, then tell me. Tell me what you think, and then tell me what games you would have. Of course, guys, if you also like this content, make sure to hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. I stream over here on YouTube as well, from things such as single-player story games all the way to the wildest multiplayer games with friends. You're talking Fortnite, you're talking Rust, you're talking Sons of the Forest, you're talking all of these fun games that you can play when we all get together. So make sure you check all that out, and check out some of my other videos while you're there as well. It would mean an awful lot. But enough of this, enough of all my chit chat. Let's get into the very first video, and this one is one that I am super excited for. So let's get into it.
What's your plan, knowing you have only 66 days to live? Just run away? It won't make any difference at the end of the day. You know better than anyone else that no one could escape.
Everyone wears a mask. You too.
This is a real face!
He let you live? What secret did you sell him?
Only a dead person can keep a secret. Going where? This damn place! You're suicidal!
One last toast, and we're all done.
Patience is the key, Master. Time is not on his side. All we have to do is wait.
Yes. Let's kill him with time.
What's your plan? Knowing you have only 66 days to live.
Get my heart back.
PlayStation.
So, what did you think about that then, hey? How did that sit with you guys? Phantom Blade is a game that looks very cool in my opinion. The reason why it is my kind of #1 pick, or the first pick on the draft, one is because it's the order it came in yesterday, but two, because it's my kind of theme. One of the games that I really wanted to see this year that we didn't see was a follow-on to Ghosts of Tsushima, one of my favorite games of all time, and I really, really wanted to see that. So when Phantom Blade came along, when I saw the trailer for that, as we've just seen, I lost my mind. It looks like a really dark, really tense, really cool samurai adventure set within that kind of world that I love, and I think it's going to play really, really well. It's almost like you've taken Ghost of Tsushima and you've just made it incredibly dark. You've made it incredibly serious. Not that the original game wasn't already, but there was just something to be said about how that game just it encapsulated the aspects of Ghosts of Tsushima that I really wanted, and looks like it's just made it so much more ground in quite an interesting world. Now, for me as well, the other thing that I found really interesting about this game was the combat system. I mean, that was awesome. That combat system there that you saw, you know, the quickness, the speed, the clarity of and how they were fighting, you know. What I like to see is they're not trying to copycat at the same time other games like Ghost of Tsushima and so on and so forth. It looked to me like it was going to play really, really well. I'm very excited about that game, and you can bet when it drops, it's going to be here on the channel, live. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this one. I think Phantom Blade was one of the big standout ones for me. Out of the list of games that I've got to go through, this one really, really was quite special. So it'll be interesting to hear what you guys think as well. Are you up for something like Phantom Blade? Is that one that really caught your attention? Or are you maybe thinking, no, not quite for me? You know, let me know what your thoughts are. So we go from something like Phantom Blade, though, to something just a little bit more, I want to say, cute. Now, this game, when it was shown yesterday, I wasn't sure about to begin with, and I think you'll see in the trailer that I'm about to show just what changed my mind. So let's have a look, shall we?
Welcome to the land of Mojo. Here we find Jot, the Plucky Squire, and his friends, Violet, Thrash, and Pip. Our heroes protect the land from the villainous sorcerer, Humgrump. They adventure to the edges of their realm, and even beyond. There, Jot finds a whole new world to explore, with dangers, surprises, and attractively furnished accommodation. Our heroes must battle Humgrump across the two realms if they are to save their beloved land from his diabolical designs. Off the page and into adventure!
PlayStation.
Yes, indeed, this is the Plucky Squire. Now, when I first saw this come up, the first part of the trailer, I stopped and I looked at it and I went, not for me. Not going to be a game that I play. Going to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like something that I would usually go out of my way to buy. Don't get me wrong, it looks cute. I know a lot of people that would love it. And those were my initial thoughts. And then we come out of the book. Then we come out of the page, we have this moment where you're jumping between two realities, and I immediately sat up in my chair and went, that is cool. Because what they did with that is they've combined two art styles, two gameplay styles, and actually just looking at the technicality of the game and how it plays and the different things that they've done with it, that was enough to get me really interested. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be my game of the year. It's not the game that I'm looking for and thinking, yeah, I'm focused on that and that one only. But I know for a fact that now if I pick that game up, there is an investment that I have. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to have a fun little story to it. But I do think it's going to be quite a niche game. I do think it's going to be quite an interesting one to play. And I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know that not everyone's going to be fussed about it. But for me, I found that there was just something really interesting in the way that they switched up the two gameplay styles, the art styles, and just the way they presented the game got me interested enough to say, hey, that looks like it could be good fun. So expect to see the Plucky Squire over on the YouTube channel when it releases. I believe that releases sometime next year. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I know it was on the trailer there a minute ago, but either way, I'm sure someone will correct me below. So what do you think, though? Again, keep telling me, keep me updated. Is the Plucky Squire one that you're interested in? Maybe from the offset you were like, yeah, 100%, that's going to be a great game. Or maybe you're just not about it. Maybe that wasn't your kind of game. I know that I'm going to leave out some really controversial ones, or some ones that most players out there will be like, yeah, 100% I was going to play that. And for me, it's just not me. But what did you think of the Plucky Squire? I think it's going to be a super game. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, let me know. Now, thirdly, I should say, we have a game that I think a lot of us have been waiting for a long time. The first one of these, in my opinion, is a fantastic game, a lot of fun, and the trailer yesterday really impressed me. So let's take a look, shall we?
I'm trapped here, in this nightmare. I write to escape. Every word is a step forward. Into darkness.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale.
So you knew Al Victim?
Only the rumors. He was chasing a writer.
Someone knew they were here. Was playing a game with them.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
So there we are with Alan Wake 2 being announced. I want to know how many of you guys are excited for Alan Wake 2. I loved the first game. The first game was brilliant. It had a really good story to it. I found it incredibly difficult on occasion, and I do need to go back and play it again. But Alan Wake 2 looked awesome. The trailer looked insane. The gameplay just looks brilliant. Great atmosphere, beautiful graphics. That is a game that I think I can fully get behind. And yeah, it would just be interesting to know what they do differently with this one to what they did with the first. Are they going to grow on some of the more successful elements of the game? Are they going to completely do a different overhaul? A lot has changed since Alan Wake 1. I feel like we've been waiting a little while for this game, and it'll be interesting to see what is different compared to the first one. So I want to know what you guys think, especially about Alan Wake 2. How many of you played the first? How many of you are interested in number 2? Is there anything in particular that you would like to see? Also, what is the crossover going to be like? You know, it's easy to assume that there's going to be bits in the second game that you're going to be able to go, okay, well, you know, that makes sense. You know, it's a follow-on from this and this and this. But actually, what in particular is going to stand out? What's going to be the important things that you want to see crossing over from the first game? This is one that we're 100% going to have on the channel. It's right up my alley. It's my kind of genre. I actually need to do a playthrough of Alan Wake 1 at some point on the channel. So maybe we'll get that in before Alan Wake 2. But this is 100% a game that I am behind and that I think will be a real big success. And that's why it's made it onto my list of games that I picked out during the showcase yesterday. So, fourthly, I am going through a small list here. Fourthly, there is a game that I think a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. And this is a game that, in my opinion, has some fluctuation. Some people love it, some people hate it. Some games have been great, some games have been pretty poor. And this one will be an introduction back into the franchise for me. And I'm hoping that it meets the expectations that it has. So, let's have a look, shall we?
Welcome, Hidden One. You have died and been reborn.
We need to find a way to get you inside without being seen. You could bribe the guards to look the other way.
I shall see what flavor best suits me.
Embrace the fear. Quiet it. Find a stillness. And let's go. The stage is yours, Spasm. We will be watching.
PlayStation.
So there we are, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now this is a game, as I said before, that I think is going to split a lot of people down the middle. I'm not sure how people are going to feel about this. It's going to be really interesting to see, because there are some games, having just spoken to people in recent weeks, from the Assassin's Creed series that have been massive hits. There are some games that have been massive drops and flops, and of course everyone's got an opinion on what the best game is. I personally think it fell off after a little while. I didn't bother playing Valhalla. But I'm really excited about Mirage. I think it's going to be a really fun game. It looks like they've gone back to basics a little bit, and they've reintroduced some of the older things that we missed and that we wanted, and that maybe just, yeah, give us throwbacks to the original games. And it will be really interesting. I'm hoping what they've done with this is they've made it a lot smaller. One of my big criticisms of Valhalla, having watched a lot of gameplay, was that it was just too long, and it's not just me. I've heard a lot of other people say that. Of course, if you've got a different opinion, please let me know. But for me, I need this one for it to be successful. It needs to be smaller, it needs to be more concise, it needs to be action-packed, and it needs to have a really, really good narrative. And I think that's what's been missing. And it'll be just interesting to see how they play with it, what they do with it. Are they adding anything new? Are they literally going back to basics? What's it going to be about? The setting looks beautiful. I'm really excited about the setting. I just hope that this one works, because this is one that I think could be the start of really reigniting some of that Assassin's Creed popularity, which I just feel personally myself has dropped off in the last few years. So we'll wait and see. But I'm excited for Assassin's Creed Mirage. Are you excited for it? If you are, let me know in the comments below. We're going to wait and see as to whether this is one I do on stream or not. But who knows? Who knows? I'm not entirely sure yet. Right. Fifthly now. We're on to our fifth game of the video. We are actually now going to be moving on to some of the VR content. Now, as some of you will know, I've recently played through Resident Evil 4, so I'm not going to be covering the Resident Evil 4 VR, which they had showcased yesterday. It looks great, but it's not going to be one thing that I covered because I've already played the game recently. But there was one VR game in particular that really stood out to me, and I'm sure you could probably guess what it is, but it looked like a lot of fun, and we're going to go check it out right now. So let's do it.
Oh, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. Like, a lot. You see, everything started 2 years ago when I met Fred. And ever since then, it's like I see his face everywhere. And lately, I've started to develop some destructive tendencies. Whoosh! What do we have here? Well, what's a bit of harmless fun? Hello, uglies. Blah, 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 blah. And since I met my new best friend, I guess I get a little overprotective. Okay, very overprotective. I'd love to sit here all day and chew your ear off. I'll be right out, boy. But as you know, time waits for no man. Catch you later, Fred. Who's a good boy? Woo! Looks like today's gonna be a scorcher.
PlayStation.
Okay, so you'll have to forgive my ignorance. I actually didn't know there was a Arizona Sunshine 1, but I probably need to go and look that up and just see what it was all about, because if it's anything like this one, if it's anything like the trailer shows for Arizona Sunshine 2, we're in for a treat, because that game really made me sit up in my chair yesterday and go, oh yes. I absolutely love anything VR. Unfortunately, I don't have a PlayStation VR set, but I do have the Oculus Meta Quest 2. So if it ends up coming to that at some point, this is something for me to definitely look out for. I would be all over this in a heartbeat. I'm very, very excited to see this game come to fruition. It looks like a lot of fun. Looks like it's got great humor. For a VR game, it looks like it's just pushing those boundaries in terms of graphically what it can do. And I am very excited to see another zombie-style game in VR. Some of them have been really successful. The Walking Dead ones in particular, I think, have looked really good fun. And some have been, you know, let's be fair, less successful. So I am really excited to see what they do with this. And yeah, just how good it's going to be. What we saw of it yesterday really got me excited, as I say. And I think for the PlayStation, it's a really good introduction to the PSVR 2, which again looks like it's going to be an awesome addition to the console. And if you are getting one of those, and if this is a game that interested you, let me know why. Let me know what you think about this. And if there are any other VR games that you know are coming out on PSVR 2, let me know. Let me know what you think about them. Tell me what they are. Of course, if they're coming to Oculus Meta Quest 2, I would love to know that, because, you know, gotta get a little something for myself. But yeah, let me know what you think. I think this one is going to be a really interesting game. I love the introduction to it. They did it in a really fun way. And I think out of all of the VR games that showcased yesterday, other than maybe Resident Evil 4, this one was the most intriguing. And I think yeah, this just looks like it's going to be a really good place to start for the PSVR 2. So there we go. Now, moving on to one that is very much a part of who I am. I love Bungie. Now we're going to be covering both of these, and I know that means that you now know what's coming. But we're going to start with one that I really wasn't expecting. So let's go and take a look, shall we?
PlayStation.
And there we go. Bungie does it again. Drops another banger on top of us. Now, okay, I know a lot of people out there may not be all over Bungie. I know that Destiny in particular is not always the most popular game, but for those of you who know me, you know that Destiny is a huge game for me. It's the first game I ever really started playing on PC. It got me into gaming. It started and ignited the passion that I have for live streaming. And for me personally, as soon as Bungie says, we're announcing something new, I'm like, yes, I want to be a part of it. Now, Marathon was a really interesting one for me, because not only did I not expect it, it was interesting to see Bungie finally jumping in on the PvP extraction game. We've had a few other companies do this, and of course, you know, there have been certain games like Escape from Tarkov that have been very successful. The Cycle looked really fun. Had a bit of a play around with that at one point, and they just seem to be the rise of the new PvP game at the moment. It just seems to be, in my opinion, where it's going to. I'm kind of waiting for the day Fortnite does one. But for me, this was really interesting. The way they introduced it wasn't like all of the others. It seemed very Bungie-esque. It seemed very on brand with the Halo and the Destiny and everything else. You know, I love the style of which they introduced it. Now, they didn't give too much away as to how the gameplay is going to be. It seems very early doors. There's a lot to get excited about for it. But that leads me to ask the question to you guys, what do you want to see in this one? Do you want to see them take aspects of other PvP extraction games? Do you want to see them move away from that and do something completely different with this? What do you think it's going to take for this game to be a successful PvP extraction shooter? Because this could be a make or break kind of game for Bungie in this sense, I think. You know, that I think Halo has obviously been a massive success. It's one of the best games out there. It's one of the biggest games out of there, or series of games. And as I say, I absolutely love Destiny 2. So this is going to be really interesting. How they handle this, I think, defines whether they can start to branch out into this new area, maybe, of gaming. Now, I know that Halo and Destiny both have PvP modes, but this, I think, has to take on a totally different narrative, as it were, a totally different feel. And it would just be interesting to see how this plays out. I am certainly going to be all over this when it comes out. I'm going to be very much involved in this game. So I hope you stick around to see more of that. And yeah, it'll be good to hear what you think about it too. And of course, that leads me on to the next part of the Bungie reveal. This one made me lose my absolute mind. Let's check it out.
I don't even know where to begin. You've missed so much. We've slain gods, vanquished nightmares, fought alongside those who we once fought against. I wish you could have been there.
Yeah, me too, kiddo. But hey, I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
PlayStation.
Now, as I mentioned before, this one made me lose my mind. Just watching it again does the same thing. I am so excited for this. You have no idea. I am just... When this trailer started, I was like, okay, well, this is obviously the next expansion, the next part of what Destiny are doing. You know, where's this going to go? I think for a little while there's been the sense that it might be coming to the end, or it might be drawing to an end. I don't know what the future plans are for Bungie and for Destiny. I don't know what they're thinking in the long term. Maybe they're going to focus more on things like Marathon. But this just blew me away. The whole conversation, the whole... You know, going back through what has been, and then of course, who out there who wasn't or isn't a Destiny fan didn't lose their minds when they saw Cade? But also, how many questions has that raised as a Destiny fan? How many questions did that raise for you? Are they reintroducing him into this? Is this a totally different story they're telling? Is there a loophole that we've missed? What is going on here? And I think this one is going to really draw people in to this next stage of what Destiny 2 are doing, because people want to know what happened here. People are going to want to see what happened. How is this happening? Like, we want answers. I want answers. Destiny is actually one of those things that I've been looking at doing more on the YouTube channel, so please, again, if you'd like to see some of that, let me know in the channel or in the comments below. But to hear the main actor back, to hear Nathan Fillion picking up that voice again, I am just, like, mind blown. I think, you know, the whole thing just worked. And they didn't give too much away. I think they've left us with the right amount of suspense and the right amount of almost shock factor. It's the one that actually, out of the whole showcase, I've seen the most reviews and reactions from. And everyone seems to be very excited about this, including me. So, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know whether Destiny 2 really scratches that itch and whether this trailer did the same for you. And, of course, hit me up. I want to hear theories. I want to hear theories. How is Cade there? What is going on? Are we in some afterlife? Are we, you know, are we on Earth? What's happening? What is the deal here? I want to know from you guys what's going on. And finally, we are going to check out a longer video for this last one. And I think you all know what it is because... Let's face it, it was the longest part of yesterday's reveal, and it's the one that I am probably the most excited for. This just looks like it's going to be a phenomenal game. So guys, strap in. You got about 10 minutes of what we saw yesterday as well. Just remind yourself of what's going on, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a quick little chat about this next wicked, I think, contender of the year for a contender for Game of the Year. Let's look at it, shall we?
lizards sighted in Queens. Closing in now.
Cover the door. The beast could be anywhere.
You have no idea.
This whole lizard hunt ends now! Leave Connors alone! Craven wants a hunt? I'll give him one he'll never forget!
Cut the leg off that spider!
He's gonna wish he never came to New York!
Stand by and wait orders. Satellite scanning all active feeds. Triangulating position. Target located at Harlem Fish Market. All teams converge.
Lizards across the river. I'm not gonna make it in time.
Miles, the hunters tracked Connors to the Harlem Fish Market.
Lizard. I'm on it. Sounds like Craven's checking off his...
We don't have much time. Move.
Guess we'll chat later? Genki, the lizard's loose at the fish market.
Must be sushi night.
You still got the hunter drone you hijacked?
Been really tough hiding it from my mom, but yeah, I'll boot up and see you there.
They got here fast. Can't let him find Connors, or he's done for.
Spread out. If you find the lizard, don't engage alone. Look at those fish. It's been feeding.
Never saw it coming. So, how's the hunt going?
Watch out for his loopholes!
Judging by the 3 tons of dead fish, not well. All right. Where are you, Connors? Garage might lead to him. Connors tore through this place. He's out of control. Now. How'd you find me?
Follow the fish. Drone's picking up Lizard's trail.
He's still eating. We can catch him off guard. Genki, get behind me. It's just his skin.
Doesn't that mean he's getting bigger?
Hungrier too. Whoa. Hey, man. New threats?
The building's swarming with hunters. Any sign of Connors?
Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr. Spider-Man, I mean.
but the data's incomplete.
Okay, I think I got a lock.
Ginky, wait, be chill. That wasn't me.
Me neither.
I don't even have a stomach, so...
Let's go! Go, go, go! Take him alive!
Can't lose Connors. Harry's dying, and he's the only one who can help.
We won't. You take the drones, I got the jet skis. Cool if I borrow this?
This is really, really exciting.
Keep it tight, man. Watch out for those drones.
Don't worry. They think I'm a friendly.
Take him out!
The East River is not a river, but in fact a saltwater tidal flat. Spider-Man is fighting on right now! Everybody down!
Help the tour boat! Right! I've got the metal murder bird!
I warned you about going after Connors. Now this is on you. Poison clouds. That all you got?
Almost done here. Civilians are all safe. How you looking?
This gunship won't quit.
I'm right behind you. We'll take it down together.
No time. I got you. Time to go boom, boys!
Oh, no! Spider-Man, it's got... defenses! Spider-Man, hang on!
Over there! The one with the tendrils! Move!
Miles! Grab on! Let's go! He's right behind you!
I know! Whoa!
Speed faster!
Fly faster! I do not want to be lizard food! Got him! Hold on! Look out! Everyone, take cover!
What are you guys doing?
Trying to take out that gunship! Can't get close enough!
But I can. I'm one of them, remember?
Bro, that's it! Pete! Alley-oop on 3?
Fine.
1, 2, 3! Alley! Woo!
Got away from us.
It's good, Pete. I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
PlayStation.
Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't quite know what to say about this. Other than the fact that when I sat there yesterday watching this trailer for the first time, I went, do I now need to play the game? I wasn't expecting them to show quite as much as they did. But if we're now asking the question, did it get me excited enough to go and play it? You bet. You bet it did. I am so excited about this game. I'm so excited to see what they do with it, how it goes further. You know they're teasing a Miles Morales and Peter Parker fight. You know that there is this battle going on. It sounds like a whole plethora of people from the comic books and from the films involved in this. From Harry to Connors to Craven to Venom to blah blah blah. Genuinely, I know this has probably been the most anticipated game of the year, and other than not seeing anything else for Wolverine, which was the only other game that I really wanted to see anything for, this is top of my list this year. The pre-order is going to be done as soon as I can. It's going to be on the channel. This is going to be absolutely insane. I think it was a really good idea to show us initial Venom gameplay, because it looked amazing. There are so many throwbacks to the first and second, or to the first game and to the Miles Morales game here as well, you know, just in the terms of how it plays out. I love how they've had a little bit of an overhaul in terms of the color schemes on some of the UI bits and what have you. It just looks like it really works, but it looks like they've got a much more serious feel. And one of the things that I had to pick out yesterday when I was watching it is we are actually allowed over the bridge. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be free roam over the bridge. I really hope it is, but of course we do see Peter as Venom in the Bronx. I believe it's in the Bronx anyway. No, I can't remember where he is. He's somewhere anyway. But it's definitely over the other side of the river, and that really excited me, because I don't know about you, but I've tried on many occasions just to see how far across it can get, and of course you hit the wall that you always reach. So I am so excited to see what it's going to be like. I'm also loving the scenery. It looks like they've done a really good job at keeping it nice and light and fresh. There are some new things in the game which look really exciting. I love the idea that you can now make kind of like poles to walk across with your webs. That was really exciting as well. There was a lot to look forward to when it came to this game. So yeah, please do let me know mostly about this game. I am really, really excited about this. The trailer was a long trailer, and I know that for a lot of people, we've been waiting for it for a long time, and I hope it gave us just a flavor of what the game is going to be like. And yeah, I was also hoping to potentially hear a date for this, but fall 2023 is a good start. That's anywhere, I guess, between September and December. I still think it's going to be September, but maybe they're rounding things up before they give us the final word. So I'm really excited either way. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you would like to see in Spider-Man 2. Is there anything you didn't like about the trailer? Is there anything that you weren't sure on? Yeah, just fill me in. Let's start a conversation below. I'd love for people to get vocal and have their say about this. You know, this was a really good showcase. This showed a lot of really cool stuff for us all. So let's discuss it. Let's come together and discuss it. We've got a common ground here, so let's use it. So there we go, guys. That is it for this video. That is my top picks from the PlayStation Showcase of 2023. Now, I know, as I said before, some of you guys will really disagree with me. You'll be like, how could you leave that one out? How could you not mention that? Why did you not talk about this? Or actually, why is that on your list? Why is that something that you're interested in? I know that Solid Metal Gear is going to be one of those that a lot of people are really interested in. I just never played them before. It doesn't mean that I don't think it's going to be a good game. It's just not for me. It's just not one that I'm necessarily interested in. But guys, if you're interested in it, if you think I've missed something off the list and it's criminal, please tell me. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you guys. What is a game on that list that you think was great? A game that you think we should have seen that we didn't? As I say, there were loads of games on there that I like the look of, but these were my top picks. These are the ones that I think this year I need to keep an eye out for in terms of PlayStation Showcase, because, wow, these are the ones that made me sit up in my chair and take notice. But yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a part of the video. I know this one's been a little bit different, but if you enjoyed it, as I said earlier on, make sure to hit that like button below and sub to the channel. And as I say, I do stream over here on YouTube quite regularly, and I'm always dropping shorts and other videos as well. So keep your eyes peeled. It'll be great to speak to you in a chat sometime soon. And until then, happy gaming, guys. Take care.